G'day, this is Peter
And Arianne.
from the Property Club. I've got my beer here, Sam Mig, SMB. You've been seeing a few of these because I've got a crate. Okay, I've got to get rid of it. Actually, I got two crates of beer. So here we go. Ah, that sound. And put this down. Ah, so what's the time, honey? Is it 6:30?
7.
Hmm, 7 already. We're outdoors. Gee, it's been really warm lately. Got to get this aircon fixed. Honestly, it's like a sauna. Like in the day, I just sweat non-stop because one of the air conditionings is broken, broken, broken. I'm thinking about broking because that's my job. Mortgage broking. I work in that industry. Just always thinking about work, 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 and what to do next. That's why I need a beer. Mm. So how's your day, baby?
Good. I have been with the kid the whole day.
G'day. Afghanistan. Wow, mate.
Hi,
It must be hot
Lester.
there. Like, I'm complaining about the heat, and this bloke's in Afghanistan. It must be really hot there.
Don't they have like cold season?
Don't know. I've never been. But I would assume it's hot because it's a desert. Yeah. Mm. You know what?
No
No
cold.
cold. Yeah, it must be hot. Actually, if you saw then, I reckon SMB, San Miguel, should hire me, like, as their poster boy for beer.
I
Like, look
want.
at this.
Hi, Mr. Google.
Google sucks. No, I did not mean that. That's his name. As soon as the visas lift, I'm shooting for Manila.
We're in Manila.
Yeah, we're in Manila, BGC. Just so hot. Oh, God, I have to wipe my forehead down. It's just warm. Warm. It's very
We
warm
did
here.
live because we don't know what to talk about.
Wow. Happy
Ah,
Monga. Thank you, buddy. Cheers. Yeah. Wow, that was random. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, I was running low on the supplies, so thank you, buddy. That's much appreciated. Happy Monga. Where are you from, mate? Where are you from? How good's that? That's beer money. So that won't go to Arian, nor the
no,
baby will
goes
go
to
to
me.
me and my beers. Hey, talking about beers, I went to the store. Actually, you talk. I'm going to show the crowd something. Just bear with me. Queensland!
Oh,
Queensland,
from
mate!
Queensland. Don't
Queensland!
leave me. I'll get it for
Just
you.
one sec, one sec.
When do you think Philippines will open bases? We're not sure, really. We're not sure when the lockdown's going to end as well. Can you hear me? Be quick! Hi everyone. Do you have any questions for me or for Peter? What's that?
I've left her. Now, happy Monga, get this, mate. I love my beer. Now, I went and I bought 5 beers the other week on the vlog, and I found these Kirin's. And I love Kirin, I love Japanese beer. But I'm not drinking these. I've got 2 of these left, okay, surprisingly. And the reason I'm not drinking it, get this. So I'm thinking, Japanese beer, I've struck it lucky. And then I've had a really good hard look at the fine print. Anyway, I'm going to read this to you. Get this, right? It says name of the product, Kirin Ichan beer. Ichiban beer. Ingredients, malt, hops, alcohol 5%. Pardon me. No good. And it says the distributor is San Miguel. So it's San Miguel. But then it says it's made number 38 Jinhuan East Road, Jinding High Tech Zone, Zhuhai, Guangdong, China. Mate, it's not even a Japanese beer. It's a Chinese beer. Well, it's a Japanese beer, but it's made in China. So I don't know. Can I send it back to the store? Can I take it back to the store and say, mate, can I get a refund? I'm drinking these now. These are cheaper. I don't know. Ever since I found out it was a Chinese beer, I don't like drinking it. And I know that sounds terrible, but honestly, it's not the real thing. It's a fake. It's a fake. It's made in China. It's not made in Japan. Yes. And who knows? Mate, this is in Guangdong or whatever. You know, in Zhuhai. Actually, I know where Zhuhai is. I've been to Macau several times. Zhuhai is on the border of Macau. So actually you can get straight to Zhuhai, China from Macau. It's not a bad spot in China. Actually, I've been there before. Everything's new. It used to be like this sleepy harbour village, and they've got these brand new high-rise towers and this sort of thing. Yeah. But anyway, thank you so much for the beer. How good is that? $15. Wow, I was stoked when I saw that. Just awesome. And yeah, Queenslander. Not sure if you saw the video, and I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, this property law that they're trying to pass tomorrow, hopefully the Queensland government's going to reverse some of that, because some of the things against property owners and landlords were totally unfair, and I've been lobbying very hard. That's where all my free time has been. But I said to Arianne, you know, I'm just so tired. I've got to get on the vlog, and you know, what do we vlog about? And I'm just like, hey babe, let's just drink beer and do a live. What's that? That's not beer.
I can't drink
Good
beer
evening, Joseph. Why can't you drink beer?
because I'm breastfeeding.
Oh, you can't drink beer while you're breastfeeding. Can't even have one sip. All right, stick to your coffee, whatever, mate. I'm disappointed. Actually, Arianne used to drink with me. Well, no, okay. She didn't drink with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to the pub.
I hate him for always. I said, I want juice. I want mango juice.
Yeah, and I said, no, you need to order a beer. You need to order a drink. We're in the pub. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, want to meet up with Francois in Mindanao? Absolutely. Yeah, he's a cool guy. That's the plan. Obviously, don't know yet. Got a lot of things planned. I think the first place we want to go is Belair, though. Belair. Well, I think you say it as Belair. Belair. Yep.
Belair. Yeah.
How good is that? Yeah, Belair's good. Oh, like a surfy town. Why is she so thin? Actually, it's kind of fat now after having a baby.
That's why she's thin. Actually, my mom.
Oh, that's why she's thin. All right.
Always been.
Naughty. See, I just a couple of sips of this beer and the monster comes out.
I gained 5 kilos after having.
Yeah, she's kind of fat now. I told her if she gets too fat, I'm gonna have to find a new girlfriend. She's angry with me. She's gonna hit me later. Like that was a soft hit. Later, she will get violent. Yep. Ruby's in the background. Ruby, do you want to say hi? Huh? All right. Ruby's with little Pete. Yeah, Ali G. Whatever. Never. See? No, honestly, maybe this beer with Pete should just be with Pete. I'm starting to wonder. Come on, B. Show little Pete. You can hide your face. Come on. Here's little Pete. I'll put my beer down so he doesn't see. Little Pete! How big is he getting? He's huge. So, little Pete, you're on live.
Be a single.
Oh, yeah, some guy. Yeah. Oh, Ruby. Keith said, you're so pretty. Can I date you, darling? Oh, darling. Actually, Ruby's looking for a boyfriend.
She's not looking for
what, you want an Australian? Yeah, Australians are the best. Not going to America right now. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It is bad, mate. Not good. Australia's fared pretty well, actually. I'm worried about the Philippines, to be honest, because there's still so few people that have been tested. The other thing that I heard, my neighbour was telling me there's a cruise ship.
Oh.
Yeah, they're going to let in cruise ships. They'd stop cruise ships here to Subic Bay. Yeah, I heard that as well. I'll get into that next, Phil. But there's this cruise ship, I think it came back from Australia or somewhere, and what actually happened is, you know, there's a lot of crew that need to be dropped off here in the Philippines, because a lot of the crew is actually from the Philippines. Now, there's several ships that are dropping off in Manila, but one of those ships is going to drop here in Subic. So we're a little bit concerned. We're like, you know, it's a bit worrisome, you know, if there's 500 people and, you know, some of those people, you know, maybe a few hundred people might have coronavirus. And what we've heard is there's one ship in particular that came from from Australia, and yeah, they had like I think 180 people had the coronavirus, so they sent the ship away, and we think that ship might be coming here to Subic Bay. Not sure. So that's a bit worrisome. And yeah, my neighbour was saying, "Oh, how are they going to process these people? Are they just going to let them wander off? Is there going to be a strict quarantine? How are we going to process hundreds of people? Because the facilities here in Subic Bay is a bit small. Actually, I think they've converted the Subic Bay gym. So yeah, that's the concern. Young expat says, why don't they just put them all on an island somewhere? Well, I think we are on an island.
Well,
I
we
mean,
have the Grande Island nearby. Maybe
yeah,
why not?
Grande Island. Maybe they could just party at Grande Island. Yeah, that's
For
that's
2
actually
weeks.
that might actually work.
Yeah, for
You
two
know?
weeks, and then let them come in once they finish the quarantine.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, so someone was saying about this shoot to kill order. Um, Look, I mean, I think it's a bit of media hype, to be honest. Mate, do you think the evil premier will pass those unfair? I'll tell you about that next, okay? But look, there's, this talk that Duterte said if there's quarantine violators, you can be shot. I have read several articles already whereby people didn't have their, ECQ, their enhanced quarantine pass, or they protested or something and they got shot. One guy actually, I don't think, to be fair, it was a breach of quarantine. More was that I think he was drunk. He was a psycho, and he had like a scythe, and he ran at police with this scythe, right, and attacked them. So they shot him dead, right. So to be fair, like if you're doing stupid shit like that, you're gonna get shot, okay. But yeah, I also heard that was some guy just didn't have his pass, and some security guard just shot him. That's a big deal. Okay, so Monga, let's talk about this, okay? Because it is important, mate. I think we had a win, okay? Honestly, the whole last week, I've been writing the premier. I've been in various groups on Facebook. I've been rallying the troops in the Queensland lobbyist group because we've had a win in the past against the Queensland government about these laws. What we heard, and the biggest thing that I heard from different real estate agents and the RAIQ, is that actually they have decided to change some of these laws that are being proposed and passed tomorrow, okay, in Queensland. And one of the things is the tenant, my understanding, what's going to get passed is they will need to prove that they've had, hardship, some form of hardship due to the coronavirus. And that was my stress, because my worry was, people would just say, oh yeah, I'm in hardship, have a go, and you can't do anything about it, and there's no recourse to get the money back. So thankfully, mate, should be okay. But look, let's wait. My understanding is they were supposed to pass the law on the 22nd. Who knows? It could be delayed due to changes and this sort of thing. But I will be updating you and putting that, in a video in the next week or so. But I think it's okay. I think they have actually changed it somewhat. Yeah. All right. So what were we talking about? Oh, thanks, Michael. I think he does care because he asked the question, mate. Otherwise, I wouldn't have answered it. Knobhead. No one cares, he says. Mate, people do care. Like, if you can't get rent for 6 to 8 months, you're going to care. Honestly, I'm at the point where, when I'm drinking, someone's having a go, I'm going to whinge back at them, like, whatever. Yeah, no, thanks for the money. Thanks for the beer money. I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks so much. Yeah. So, Arianne, what do you want to talk about? What's going on?
I don't know. Let's ask them. What do they want to know?
Yeah, what do you want to know? Oh, yeah, I'm still in the doghouse. I live upstairs here.
You live in the condo.
Yeah, I said to Arianne, it's the bachelor pad. What are you talking about, Michael? Honestly, just remove him. That's your job, honey. If people are being silly, they get removed. Yep. Okay, do you think when we are out of this, house prices will go down? Absolutely. So it also depends where. I've been focusing a lot on Australia just because, what's happening in Australia. I think the issue with the Philippines is it's really, really hard to say. Manila, I think, absolutely will get affected. It's going to get smashed. But I think Australia's going to get smashed as well. and we're waiting to see what happens on the 22nd with these laws. Thankfully, I'm praying that they do the right thing with these laws, but it sounds like we've had a win. A lot of people have lobbied the Queensland government, so it's not going to be as bad as we thought. Having said that, though, with the lockdown, Australians are saying, "Oh, the lockdown's ending soon in Australia. Everything's going back to normal." Unfortunately, no, that's not going to happen. I think definitely property is going to be affected. I think a couple of things. Because of this repayment holiday, people got a repayment holiday for 6 months. So there's going to be this lag time in Australia where we find out how many people are in hardship, how many people are unemployed and lost their jobs, and see actually, are people going to have to then not pay their mortgage, lose their property, and is there going to be fire sales? I think definitely there will be. I just don't know, how many people there is going to be. Ultimately, I think in some places like Sydney, property could come back as much as 20+%. That honestly, I think it's highly viable. I think also, already we've had some signs with the Australian economy and our currency, the currency crash, that are very similar to the GFC. So this kind of feels like GFC 2.0 or some kind of Asian crisis. Look, I don't want to harp on too much about that, but have a look at my last 3 videos that are talking about Australian property. I've got all the information there, especially my last video that I just did. Okay? And I'll tell you everything you need to know. But anyway, question. Sorry, I missed that last one. What was that one, honey? Looks like you're reading. Thanks, Happy Monga.
What are the marinas mooring in Subic Bay like?
The mooring in the marina here, is that what we're talking about? Subic Yacht Club?
Subic Bay like? I'm not sure if...
Yeah, the moorings are good. My understanding is previously it was really cheap. I was told by a friend it was something like $4,000 or $5,000 dollars per annum. Okay, for the mooring, which is fairly reasonable. I think he said it was something like 14,000 peso a month that he paid. And he had to sign up some kind of membership or whatever. I don't have a boat, so I couldn't tell you exactly. But what I would say is, unfortunately, the yacht club got sold. I think it got sold either to Japanese or Koreans, SBYC. And apparently, since that time, the mooring fees did increase substantially. So who knows? If it was a mooring that was 15,000 peso before, maybe now it's 25. So it has increased. I'm just not sure by how much. There's another question there, babe. Come on, you got to help me with the question. Show me this. I drink the beer at the same time. So it's a juggling act. I'm answering questions,
drinking. Is your home rental
drinking.
or do you own it?
My mortgage is $6,000 a month. Used to be my house, but I've rented it out. It's a lot of money. So I've got my mortgage, got to pay land tax, got to pay water rates, all this shit. It sucks.
I think he's referring about this house.
Oh, this? Yes, yeah, I do have a loan.
This, do you know...
Got quite a few loans, actually.
Do you know King of Calves?
Do I know who?
King of Calves.
King of Calves.
I don't think so.
Have you met Go-Go Bobo? I've heard of this Go-Go Bobo guy, and he was in, I think, some live stream with us a few years back. You remember Go-Go Bobo? And I never met him in real life, but
I think he loves his privacy. He doesn't
yeah, well, he's got some fake picture of some green like furry creature or something like that. That's the guy you're talking about, right? Yeah. Go-Go Bobo. Actually, it's been a long time since I heard that name. Go-Go Bobo. Thanks for the beers, by the way, mate. I'm going to enjoy that. Yeah, actually, the IPTV, Mike, really good question. Actually, it's kind of a bit secretive. I met this guy who knew another guy who knew another guy. And, what he said is, oh, look, mate, I got this IPTV, mate. It's really good. Kind of like one of these shady people with the big jacket. And I said, oh, how much for the IPTV, mate? I want it. Yeah. So I got the IPTV, $5 a month. The only thing, though, like, I found this guy, and honestly, I'm in two minds about it. It's good. It is good, but sometimes it's there's buffering. It takes a while for it to load. It stops. It streams. It can be annoying sometimes. That's the first thing. The second thing is I really wouldn't recommend the guy that I went through, and the only reason is most of it is like English channels. So unless you're a Brit and you're English, you might not want this particular one. Actually, I was hoping that I would get more American US channels, and we did get a few like AMC channel. AMC channel. We got another one which was Crime Investigation channel, and that was fun. That's fun. So we watched that a bit. Some of the channels there's like Vancouver TV, Vancouver News. It's kind of cool. You know, you watch the news in Vancouver. It's like, yeah, I'm in Vancouver now. How cool. Yeah, so I like it. But $5 a month. That's US dollars. Yep. And they make you pay up front for 12 months, something like that. Yeah. And it's kind of shady. It's got some guys like, oh, yeah, just put the money in my account. Everything will be okay. I'm like, yeah, he's hoping. But yeah, no, it worked out. It does work. And, you know, he did the right thing by me. I would recommend it for Brits. But yeah, honestly, I'm trying to find another service provider because I want more US channels. Yeah. There's no liquor ban. Is there a liquor ban? I don't think so, mate. Look, I think some places there's a liquor ban in the sense that you can't buy alcohol. But in Subic Freeport, you still can buy booze, mate. You still can. It's still allowed. My understanding is there's no law. Like Duterte, the federal government hasn't come out and said you can't drink. They haven't said that, mate. I don't believe so. But yeah, mate.
But we bought this before the lockdown.
We bought it before the lockdown, but you can still buy beer. You can still go to the supermarket and buy beer in the Freeport. Okay? In Manila, that's right. In Manila, my understanding for some time now you can't buy. Other places, I think some places in Barreto, they're having trouble too. They can't buy either. So look, you know, if you're in the privacy of your own home and you're having a beer, it's no worries. It's not like we're having a big party here or something, mate. I'm just having a quiet beer at home, you know. If you got a problem, come see me because, you know, you'll be able to work out where I live based on the video. All right? Jeez. Okay, so Hulu, I looked at this thing, what was it? It was called the Roku or something. But the problem with the Roku stick or whatever is apparently you needed to have some VPN signed up, and that didn't work for me because I don't want to plug in this Roku stick thing and then have to sign up for Hulu and all of these other individual services. That didn't really work for me. I went for the IPTV, and I think it is good. I think it is good. I just, you know, like, I'm not much of a soccer fan, football fan. So, you know, a lot of the channels are like kind of like English Premier League and that sort of thing. So I would have preferred more like US based channels. I do have quite a few, more than what I can watch. I can tell you that much. The other thing that the IPTV has is not just streaming. Actually, they get all the movies and the TV shows. And we've been watching that more so than actual channels, live channels. Because you can find movies like every movie that was ever made in 2019. And we literally are going through and watching all of those.
I just don't like that they don't have pictures. But it's good.
Intrepid 456, what you need to do is you've got to go to the Foreign Investment Review Board. So look up FIRB. You must get FIRB approval in Australia. In a nutshell, the law is one, you must get FIRB approval, or the developer already has to have an FIRB approved development, and then you buy from those developers. My understanding is if you're a foreigner to Australia, you can buy land, you can buy a house, you can buy a unit, you can buy any of that. But you need to get the approval, and what you need to do is you need to buy new. So a lot of people, a lot of foreigners, you know, when they're buying in Australia, they're buying brand new or near new. Luckily, in places like Queensland, I don't really recommend Queensland now unless you're under the land tax threshold, because land tax is huge. More so, I've been looking at Perth. Perth looks really good, and you can find brand new housing estates and find blocks of land from like, I've seen as cheap at the moment with the coronavirus from developers, $140,000 for a block of land. And it's like 300 to 400 square meters minimum. Okay, they're the smaller size blocks. And yeah, 140,000 Australian is roughly at the moment about 80,000 US dollars. So it's nothing. And a lot of these new estates, they're nice communities with parks near the beaches and that sort of thing. We've been looking, unfortunately, with the rent issues and that sort of thing, I can't, apply for an extension on my mortgage. But I'll be honest with you, if I could extend my mortgage and purchase something else, I would be buying personally in Perth in the northern beaches. That's where I'd be looking. Hopefully that helps you. Yeah, I do. Honestly, I was watching Keith. It's a very good point. I was watching, and they really are running out of ideas. The Walking Dead just seems to be a rehash of everything over and over again.
Yeah, that's why we watch it for like 2 weeks
Yeah.
because we kept like stopping.
Yeah, well, it was hard to watch because
Yeah.
we'd had to stop. It's like, oh, this is getting a bit much, especially when you're stuck at home. Sometimes it's like a headache. It's like, man, actually, someone on the vlog in a recent live stream, they're the ones that mentioned. They said, past the seasons where Negan is introduced, it seems to get a bit much. Honestly, we haven't even finished The Walking Dead. Oh no, we still
No,
no, we almost finished it. There's 3 episodes, but it's not on the IPTV. So I haven't finished it yet. We did finish Fear the Walking Dead, and I don't know what it is, but I really enjoyed Fear the Walking Dead. Okay, which is kind of like the prequel to The Walking Dead. Yeah. Yeah.
You love the Westworld.
Yeah, I liked the Westworld, but Westworld, they came out with a season. I loved it. Then I waited, and then I couldn't get back into it. That's the problem I had with Westworld. Okay, how safe is it buying property in Thailand using a Thai company? I personally wouldn't use the Thai company if you can help it. I personally would just look for an apartment, a condo, on a foreign quota, an FQ title, where you can purchase it in your own name. That's what I did. I feel a lot more comfortable doing that than purchasing in a company name and hiring lawyers and that sort of thing. It's just not for me, mate. Not for me. Yeah, but yeah, you can do that. You just need to find an FQ title. We have 2 lines. One line is
50 Mbps.
50 and the other one's 100. I need the internet. I can't survive without it. Sometimes we do have problems with one line and we have a redundancy, so we can flick between the two. It is costly, but I need it out here. I'm in the middle of the jungle. I need to survive. I am surviving. Yeah. No, one's Subic-Tel and the other one is Converge. Yeah. It's hot. Yeah, jeez, I'm sweating. Look at that. I'm going to grab another beer. You can talk.
I'll grab you a beer.
All right, here you go. I'm not going to drink this one. I was showing everyone before. I bought these Kirins and I'm just so angry because when I checked, it was actually a Kirin beer, Japanese beer made in Zhuhai. I don't know if you can see that, but it's made in Zhuhai, Guangdong province, China. Dui, dui, dui. How'd up? Got it ready. Hey, travel snob. Thanks, snob. Cheers. Can buy a few beers. Double thumbs up. So I'm waiting for my next beer. Hey, Science Talk. How you going, buddy? Is the immigration office open? I just missed that. I'm going to wait for Arianne to come back, mate. Yeah, so you're stuck. Are you outside of the Philippines, mate, or what happened to you? Yeah, I'm going to read the labels from now on. May as well just buy locally made Filipino beer. Honestly, it's cheap and it's good. But yeah, what happened to you, mate? Are you in Vietnam or whereabouts are you? Yeah. Yeah, I know. I love Kirin. Kirin's a great beer, but I don't like that it's made in China. Especially with what's going on, I'm pissed off. So, I'm kind of, see these posts on Facebook, stop buying Chinese goods and this, that, the other. I buy a lot of Japanese products. I love Japan. And when I found out it was made in China, I was a bit upset. Yeah, I haven't drunk it. What?
No cold beer.
What?
Yeah.
What? No, you're joking. Give me the beer.
I'm not joking.
Come on, wait. Let me look here. You look. It's got to be beer.
There's another beer, but not San Miguel beer.
Let me have a look.
Unless you want ice for your beer.
Chris sent a message there.
What's that?
Chris from Valera.
Oh, Chris. Hi, Chris. How's wifey? The young guy, is that Chris, right? With Filipina wife? Chinese beer.
There is beer and it is cold. What are you talking about? I do have a beer. What beer is left? I've got Amstel. The only problem is this expired a couple of months ago. So it expired, but I'm sure it's still good. I'm still going to drink it. I don't care. Because I can't get Amstel in the shop at the moment. So, I'm going to drink it regardless. What's that for?
Beer.
Oh, my throat. So Chris, mate, you had a question about immigration. Is the immigration office, because I think they're trying to get back here. Yeah, Chris is trying to get back into the Philippines. Yeah. So have a look for that. Maybe you can answer that because I'm not sure. Hopefully you will be able to get back in. But I think my understanding was to get back in you had to be Filipino based on the enhanced quarantine. And if you're not Filipino, I think you can still get back in, but you need to be married to a Filipino.
But
I think so, yeah.
I don't think they're married.
I don't know. Well, I'm not going to put their personal information out there.
Oh, sorry.
But mate, shout out to the Science Channel. Shout out to Chris. He's got a Science Channel. You might have seen him comment there. Check his channel out if you're interested in science or something like that. Cheers.
He's he's a genius guy.
Yeah, he's the genius. He's the mad scientist. Yeah.
He has a lovely girlfriend. I like her.
Yeah, she's nice. Yeah.
She's really nice. What did you like about Thailand? What do you like about Thailand?
What do I like about Thailand? Get away from Arianne, because she just gives me grief non-stop. At the moment, I've got to get away. Like, I was hoping to escape to Thailand, drink beer all day, go to the go-go bars, enjoy myself, and have no responsibility. That's what I like about Thailand. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. I've got a young son, so all I seem to do nowadays is work. Tear. Yes, I have watched Black Sails and we did love it. I watched that series twice. I was like a bit disappointed with the ending.
Yeah.
I feel the ending was a bit of a shock to me, A, and B, it ended too soon. I wish it went for longer. I love that series and it makes me want to get out there to... Where were they again? They're out in the...
Bahamas.
Yeah, the Bahamas. And really want to get out to the Bahamas now. It's just so beautiful. If you watch that Black Sail show, it's really good. Yeah. Yeah. Look, Black Waltz, work is tougher. I'm having to work a lot harder than usual. Yeah, Makoto. Makoto, I think, honestly, I'm missing Japan. I'd love to get back to Japan and get some real, authentic Japanese beer. I didn't see the whole comment. I just want to read that, honey. So, Makoto says, I think the Japanese brand beers sold in the Philippines are all made in China so they can sell it cheaper. Unfortunately, yes. So I'm going to have to wait until I... get back to Japan to have a real Japanese beer. And honestly, as soon as I found out it was made in China, I drank one, and I could only drink half of it. I realized it does taste different. It's not the same. It's just not. Unfortunately. And I was wondering why that Kirin was so cheap. I'll show you this beer again. It looks authentic. It looks real. I mean, it's the same can, same everything. And I picked it up almost like I've won the lottery because there was like 1 6-pack left. So I was really happy about it. And then when I found out it was made in China, I wasn't real happy. So Makoto, whereabouts in Japan are you from, mate? Actually, I've been doing a lot of research on Japanese property, abandoned property. What's the word for it? Oh my God, mental blank. It's been a long day. What's that?
Foreclosure, no?
Yeah, you got like abandoned properties in Japan, but there's actually a word in Japanese for it. I'm just having a mental blank. I forget. I know the word. I'm just having a mental blank. All right, back to drinking beer.
As per Chris' question, I'm not sure if the immigration office is open because
Yeah.
even the PSA office is not
Well,
open.
even if you can, if you're not married, I don't know if if you don't have a permanent residency here, I don't know that you can get back into the country yet. Yeah. No, my job does not have a retirement pension. No. Sucks. Southern Tokyo. Yeah, cool. No curfew. Only schools are closed. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I
Yeah, cool. Southern Tokyo. Awesome. Awesome.
I've seen in few what's that? How was that Japanese like?
Pretty relaxed. That's
Yeah.
cool, man. That's really cool. So when you say Southern Tokyo, is that kind of
Jello.
like Yokohama? Is that the Yokohama area? I think I have been there. They have a big Ferris wheel on the waterfront there. It's a nice area, actually. Yeah.
My brother is watching.
Jello, how you going? Jello and Cavite. How's Cavite, buddy? So that's Arianne's little brother. Akia. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Akia. Yeah, I just couldn't, it wasn't coming to mind. Thank you. Akia Homes. Yeah, Japan. Oh man, I'd
Someone
love to
said
live
I'm
in
guapa.
Japan. You're what?
Guapa.
What does that mean? Guapa.
Ang ganda.
No, I'm Australian, not American, Joseph. Yeah. Jello, how you going, buddy? Yeah, Yokohama is cool. I like it. Yeah. Mm. On the border between Tokyo and Kanagawa Prefecture, where cities like Yokohama and Kawasaki are. Awesome. That sounds cool. Well, mate, if I'm ever in the area, I'll have to hit you up and we'll have to have a proper, real Japanese draft beer. Awesome.
Do they have ski slope there? Ski area?
Not in that area, no. No. Yep. Do they still sell El Diablo? Yes, they do sell it. In fact, I've got a proper izakaya pub. Is that the place where they have the little sticks of meat? I love those places. It's awesome. Yeah, I'd love to meet you and eat some sticks of meat and drink some beer. That'd be awesome. Have a good chat, mate. Absolutely. Actually, we've got a few friends from Japan and a few friends that actually we met through the vlog, which is really cool. Personally, I do love Japan. I'd love to spend a few years living there, away from Arianne. I'm just kidding. She's trouble. Look, she acts really nice in the video, but, she's kind of like, what's the word for it?
What?
She's like one of these succubus. They suck all the energy and life out of you. No, I'm just joking. I'm being silly. Yep. David, I think there will be an extension. Yes, I heard that also. And I heard that it could be extended even longer, but we don't know until we get to that, point in time.
Silent.
Be nice, pet. No, I'm only joking. I love her very much. She just has me working too hard though. Carrying the load. I'm kind of like a camel. Some kind of camel. I, have to carry the load. I'm feeling a bit like that
Silent but deadly.
recently. But yeah, got to get to Thailand.
No, you can't.
Singapore. I heard Singapore is actually faring not so well. I heard, there's a lot of people getting sick in Singapore. It's not good.
It was getting better, but just a few days ago.
Graham said he's beerless. Oh, mate.
Oh.
Well, you can have this, but you've got to get to Subic. I don't know. Maybe I can mail it to you. I don't want the Chinese beers, so happy to give that up.
Yeah, I heard they will extend the
Yep.
lockdown
To mid-May.
Until end of May.
End of May. Arianne's saying
Yeah.
end of May.
May
We
30th.
don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Scott, at the moment, not much work right now. Yeah, Perth's lovely. Phil, I'd love to get back to Perth. I'm kind of wishing we're in Perth right now, Northern Beaches area. I miss the Litro Red Horse. Yeah, Red Horse is alright.
1 liter. I
Yep.
don't think you can drink 1 liter of beer.
I could drink it. This is my second beer already.
No, the Red Horse.
I drink Red Horse
Yeah, but
sometimes.
not
I
1
used
liter.
to. actually, not talking about the Red Horse, but if you've drunk the Golden Eagle in the provinces, you can get these 1 liter bottles of the Golden Eagle. I used to buy those.
It's cheaper than Red
So I
Horse.
proved you wrong. It's only like 80 peso, and you can get 1 liter of beer, and it's a big Golden Eagle beer. That's what it is.
Para more.
Ocean Reef, yeah, that's a great area. Great area. I'm looking like often online. When I'm in at work, I'll be on my computer. I get bored sometimes. Might be on the phone, so I open up a tab, and I'm always looking at the northern beaches in Perth. Ocean Reef's a great area, and around there, I think you got Mindari. Further north, you've got Yanchep and Alkimos. Alkimos looks like a nice area as well. A lot of new properties there from what I've seen online. I don't know about that. I think US will always give money away. Don't know if I'd call it giving money away. I just think it's politics. But like, have you heard about the WHO? Trump came out. I saw some announcement that Trump was saying he's going to defund the WHO, the World Health Organization. So I think there's a lot of angry people who are very angry with the WHO at the moment. Yep. Oh wow, you've got dual citizenship. That's awesome, mate. Great. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, in Cairns, you've got the Irukandji, okay, in northern Queensland. The Irukandji, it looks like a tiny little jellyfish, mate. But if that thing touches you, you're dead. If you go to a little lake or something, you might think it's nice. There's stories of people going to like these little water holes in far north Queensland and stuff, and then boom, snap, they got attacked by a crocodile, this sort of thing. So we do have some very dangerous wildlife in Australia. There's no doubt. Yep. Yeah, don't pay him. I wouldn't pay him. Why pay him? I just don't get it. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of jellyfish, even in, Sydney and famous beaches like Bondi, you get little blue bottles, and they're like a blue small jellyfish about this big, and they've got a string that can go, meters long, and you'd be swimming through the waves, and then, these blue bottles stick to you, and they really sting. They burn like fire.
You can die from it?
No, not from the blue bottles. They just hurt a lot. Yeah, so yeah, definitely keen to get to Baler. Baler is probably the next place I'm going to go. If my mate Chris is in town, I'll definitely be going back there. I like the area. I really like the area. If we could get a cheap block of land somewhere near the beach, that would be perfect for us. Absolutely, absolutely.
We have to check La Union.
Yeah, like Onion as well. But I think I like Baler. Yeah, so I lived in mainland China and Hong Kong, and most of the time I was actually living on the mainland in Hangzhou and Shanghai. But for work, I would travel to Shenzhen, and from Shenzhen, I would use Shekou port to travel to Hong Kong. So I was traveling a lot, back and forth. My role is kind of like BDM, Business Development Manager, and I work for a funds management company. So I would, meet with officials, government officials, people from different companies, try and get investment and that sort of thing. But I haven't worked in that industry in funds management probably for about 5 years now. I'm back working in the mortgage industry, mortgage finance. So yeah, I decided, look, I wanted to come back to the Philippines. The job's a bit more modest. It's a bit more down to earth, so it's not the big dollars. But look, we're still dealing with a lot of stress nowadays, and the requirements, the KPIs, really tough at the moment. So I'm having to work. Someone had a question earlier, how's work? Work sucks. That's why I'm having a beer on a Tuesday. Usually I wouldn't, but work just sucks because at the moment I'm having to work twice as hard just to get less business in the door. So it's tough times at the moment, and that's why I'm seeing on our side of the business in the back end of the mortgage industry, it looks like bad news for the Australian financial sector, especially the mortgage market. So I think really property in the next 3 to 6 months will come back in Australia. I absolutely believe that, hand on heart. Yeah. It's been challenging, to say the least. I think my motivation is my little baby boy. Love him very much, little Pete. And, hopefully if the tenants start paying rent, I can then go and possibly extend my mortgage again. I know it's a risk, I know it's a gamble, but I'm willing to work hard and extend the mortgage to try and, tap the mortgage, tap my property that I do have in Australia to buy more. More. No, it sounds so evil, but honestly, I think there are some opportunities in Australia, especially in Western Australia. I love Western Australia. No, I do not have dual citizenship. Actually, Australians can't get dual citizenship in the Philippines. Okay, my son can get dual citizenship. I know it's complicated. If you're born in the Philippines, the Australian government will allow you to have dual Australian and Filipino citizenship. But as an Australian, it's the other way around. You can't get dual citizenship with the Philippines because you're born in Australia and you don't have a relative from the Philippines. That's the problem. So yeah, I'd like to become a dual citizenship of the Philippines, but it's just not possible. Actually, my goal previously was to seek dual citizenship in Canada. But at the time I was looking to move there, I almost bought a house in Canada and moved to Canada before coming to the Philippines. But what happened is, right on when I looked at moving, they changed the law for foreign investment. So you had to pay a 15% stamp duty to buy in Canada. And that just killed me. 15% was way too much because I already had to fork out money on a deposit and get a mortgage in Canada. And when that happened, I decided to quit my plans to actually take the job offering and even move to Canada. That's what happened. So I think now in Canada, and I'm sure Canadians here in the group watching can tell you, but my understanding is in places like Vancouver and British Columbia now, that foreign stamp duty is up to 20%. That's when you purchase. So if you're buying a property for $1 million, you need to pay regular stamp duty plus a foreign stamp duty of 20%. So that's 200 grand on $1 million property. And yes, like Keith D just said, Canada is expensive for property. Definitely. Yep. It is cold. But I like the cold. Believe it or not, I'm from Australia. It's a hot country, Joseph. But the thing is, I like the cold. I like the snow. And what I was saying to Arianne long term is, if we could get a place in Japan and kind of have like what I call the golden triangle: Philippines, Thailand, Japan. So it's like the triangle, and travel between the three places. That would be just awesome. That's the dream, and that's kind of the goal with the property channel, the property club channel, to have different properties throughout Asia and have a worldly experience those cultures, and have a nice life. And now I've had my son, I want him to experience those cultures even more so. Yeah. And look, it's just great fun. I mean, go eat some ramen in Japan, get some gyoza, get some draft Japanese beer in a traditional Japanese pub with my friend Makoto. Absolutely. I can't wait. I can't wait. Actually, I plan to be in Japan about, last month in March? Mid to early March, I looked at going to Japan.
Did you?
Yeah, I was looking because of the...
Not with me?
Not with you, no. No, no, because of the IKEA homes, the abandoned homes. And I was looking in Nayaba. Nayaba is, I believe, north of Tokyo. And there was these, properties online that I found in Nayaba, very cheap, from $10,000. I did a video on that where you can buy on the ski slope. So, seasonal property. We love snowboarding. I haven't been for a few years. Honestly, just hasn't worked out the way that I hoped it had in Asia. I hoped I'd come here and live this exciting life where, I'd just get to enjoy myself more. But to be honest, in Asia, I've had to work harder here than I've ever had to work in Australia. It can be really tough in Asia, but I think long term for us, when we get to our 40s, maybe that will all pay off and I'll be able to spend a lot of time with my family and have a nice life. That's the hope. Let's just hope, can't give up. Can't give up. Just keep going, keep trucking, Actually, someone complained to me and they said, "Oh, Pete, you act out like you're super rich and all this, and you're richy rich and all this nonsense." The, truth is, honestly, I'm not. I'm just an average guy. I've used mortgages my whole life, mortgage finance to obtain property. But when you use a mortgage, you have to pay that off. So it's a commitment. It's a long-term commitment, and I have to work hard. So I've got to back myself, and I've got to just keep up with my job and KPIs to pay the bills. Because if I don't, it's going to get bad. Because if you can't pay the bills, it could be, you're out. It can get tricky. So NIBA, I wasn't thinking about NIBA there to live permanently. I was thinking for a ski property, because if you look in places like Niseko, Hokkaido, those ski properties are so expensive. Like 100 square meters is over $1 million US now for a ski in, ski out. Whereas NIBA on the ski slopes, number one, you can buy property really, really cheaply. Yes, it's old, and I know Japanese don't like those older style properties. But my thing is now also the Japanese government has legalized Airbnb, whereas places like Philippines, it is highly restricted in certain buildings. Oh, wow, 100 megabytes. Hey, thank you, because I was looking that up, and based on the research that I did, I could see it looked like they had Cat V cables or something. Appreciate that. For us, if we could live in Japan for 3 or 4 months of the year and go snowboarding or skiing or something like that with our son, and I can still work and have internet, that would work for me. Okay, absolutely. The problem is I need to physically get out there and check it out. I don't know, it might suck. So online it looks all good and it looks great, but who knows? I physically need to go there to see it, because if it doesn't look good, I don't know that I'd want to be there. Yeah, Joseph, I hear what you're saying, but in Manila, you're on a shared node much of the time. So, we've had, internet speeds of 100, megabytes, and it hasn't been that great. But, like, if you've been to Japan, man, the internet in Japan is just like lightning, it's there before, I don't know how to explain it, but the internet, oh.
You can download a movie for 2 minutes.
Oh, man, like, click your fingers and your movie's pretty much finished, in 30 seconds, in Japan. The internet speed was really good. I personally love Japan. I'll stop raving. We need that beer. Japanese draft.
What's the best beer in Japan?
I like
Japan made.
I like the Kirin beer. I definitely prefer the Kirin and the Asahi. Yeah. So David, I used to commute from Subic to the Manila office, and over time, over the last few years, I've been doing that less and less as my company, they value me as an asset in the firm, and they know it doesn't matter where I am, whether I'm in the Manila office or, working from home, they allow me to do that. Now with the coronavirus, the positive thing is most likely I will be going back there less and less. See you, Joseph. Have a good one, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. But look, yeah, definitely less and less. We do have a little condo there, and I used to commute back and forth and spend a lot of time in Manila. But now I've got my son. I want to really be in Subic when I am here. And when I'm not, I want to be able to travel throughout Asia, to build the vlog, see more of the sites, show my son around, and that sort of thing. Anyway, look, it's getting a bit late. I've had a long day at work. I need to finish this beer rather than just ramble.
I have to cook.
And what are you cooking?
Orange chicken.
Orange chicken. That sounds all right. I'll let you go. Come on. Cook up a storm. Cook that storm. Anyway, last questions, guys. Any last questions? Bottom ups, Benji. Yeah, Benj. Yeah, Jason, I didn't restock on the beers because usually I go to Royal, but Royal's been really lacking in what beers they have. Usually they have, deals in the sense of, they get imported beers like this. I bought these, buy one, get one for 50 peso each. So how good is that? But at the moment, because it's coronavirus, I think they've stopped what's coming in and out of the port. So I'm, the supplies, what's there is really lacking. So at the moment, I'm just kind of waiting until they get new supplies. Also, the Royal Supermarket, there was some people, I think one individual who was an essential worker It was either a nurse or a doctor. Some people are telling me it was a doctor. Someone else told me it's a nurse. I'm not quite sure. But that person came in with scrubs to the Royal Supermarket. And they had to close the Royal Supermarket because that person later was found to have the coronavirus. Okay, so what was said, and I put this out in a video as an emergency saying, if you went to the Royal Supermarket from Monday this time to Tuesday this time, you actually had to report in, and get tested for the coronavirus because there was a high risk that you might contract it. Thanks, Black Waltz. Awesome. Cheers, more beer money. I really appreciate that, mate. Black Waltz, what beer should I buy? Honestly, I'm not going to buy this. No Chinese beer. Guys, make sure, you read the fine print. Make sure you're buying, what it says on the front of the can and double check the fine print. Because I bought this Jap beer. Really nice beer. I love the Japanese beer, but it ended up being a Chinese-made beer. I was really disappointed with that. So what do you reckon? What should I buy? Should I buy Heineken? What do you reckon? Dorada. Sorry, Scott. Dorada. Never heard of it, mate. Never heard of it. Yeah, Dorada. Yeah, we got the El Diablo. I've got one of those in the fridge. Look, there's nothing wrong with China. I love China, but at the moment, based on what's happened, I'm kind of at the stage where I'm saying, okay, well, I'm sorry, I'm going to try and buy other items not made in China, So I think we need to support our local. Absolutely, with what's going on. It's tough. Leo beer. Leo's a good beer, absolutely. Another good beer, actually, and some people might say, Pete, what are you talking about, is Chang. Yep. Budweiser. Okay, Black Waltz. What I'm going to do, I'll jot this down in my notes. I'm going to put it on a little post-it to buy some Budweiser beer because I'm pretty sure we can get that. But what I'm going to do first, Black Waltz, I'm going to check the fine print. And if I find that the Budweiser is made in China, because I have a sneaking suspicion that it could be, I'm not going to buy it. I'll buy something else. And I will report back to you and let you know. And I might do a little video saying, oh, look, it's Chinese beer or whatever. But I have a feeling that some of the Budweiser, they do actually have a factory in China, because I had bought the Budweiser before and I tried it. I thought, oh, it tastes terrible. I remember checking and it was Chinese beer, so it depends where I get it from. Let's see. Yeah, bit of a shame. I want US beer. Yeah, exactly right. Look, at the moment, I'm sorry, I'm boycotting the Chinese beer. I'm looking at local beer. Stella, the wife beater. In Australia, actually, wife beater, what a wife beater means is they have a white singlet like this. It's like a cheap Bond singlet you can buy from Bonds, and they wear a wife beater if you don't know. If you don't know, Stella beer is called wife beater in Europe, in the UK. But yeah, I actually like Stella. Yeah. Yes, Carlton Draft I like, but no, I haven't seen it here in the Philippines. Yes, that's what it's called, Vit. Yeah. But I actually like Stella. I really like Stella. And we often get deals on Stella here on the base. Sometimes, not often. I've also seen Peroni. Actually, I prefer Peroni over the Stella. Peroni's good. It's a good beer, really. In Australia, Peroni's really expensive. Like, one case of Peroni, 24 beers in Australia now, is at least $70 to $80. No, I don't admit that at all. I'm just saying the beer, Stella, is called wife beater. That's all I'm saying, mate. Redback beer. That sounds good. Jason, I haven't tried that beer. Haven't. Yeah, Amstel. Hey, what I was going to say is check out the channel. On our channel page, you'll notice we've hit 29,000 subscribers. Okay, yeah, Budweiser's good. Victoria Bitter and San Miguel. I miss Victorian Bitter. Actually, I'm born in Melbourne, so VB. Yep. Hold on, what was I saying? I threw myself there. Oh, thank you, Mark. Cheers, buddy. Wow, I really threw myself there. Keep it up. I need that. I need to keep it up, honestly, because I've been a bit on the depressed side at the moment. It's been rough. It's been really heavy, so I really appreciate all the support from everyone. Oh, that's what I was going to say. If you check the channel page, you'll notice we've just hit 29,000 subs. Now, really appreciate everyone that's subscribed. We're doing our best to try and push this month, and the hope, my goal was to try and hit 30,000. We're not quite there. We're about, I think we're about 900, last time I checked, 905 subscribers off. So if you can, if you like a particular video, please hit the like button. The like button helps with recommendations, recommending our videos. Like some of our videos, that really does help us. Really appreciate if you can, like. Goodbye, see you later, buddy. The other thing too is, share the video. If you like a particular video, share it on Facebook or something like that, or with a friend, and try and get someone to subscribe. And obviously, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe and the little bell notification. There's a little bell, and it will notify you every time there's a new vlog or live session like this. Now, I don't have Arianne with me. I've got to click this button because I missed a message there. I'm so sorry. Someone had a question, but I was too busy talking. Jeez. Shut up, Pete. Answer my question. There was an important question there, which was something about the Japanese website. Actually, if Makoto is still here, Makoto, am I saying that right? If you know a good website in Japan, we'd love to know. I did find one website, which was, I think it's Himawari. It looks like some kind of real estate broker in Japan. You need to go back to my video and find the URL there. Maybe just comment on the video, Pete, what's the URL on that video, and I'll go back to the video and comment back for you, so you have that, because I need to go back and actually find the link, because it took me a while to find it, and I can't remember exactly the name. It was like Himawari or something like that. Good evening, Corey. G'day from Patong. Yeah, well, g'day from Subic Bay. How's Phuket, mate? How's Phuket? Yeah, I love Yanchep, mate. I really like it. Yanchep and Alkimos. Alkimos, Eglinton, etc. is... Yes, look, if it's not in Japanese, let us know. That's still fine, because we can use the Google Translate function, mate. So I'll get a little translator app. But if there is, one that has an English and a Japanese option, even better. Really appreciate that. Anyway, back to Perth, WA. Okay, yes. What I found out is I went to the Western Australian government website to find out about the infrastructure projects. What I found out is based on the infrastructure project, the highway, the Mitchell Freeway, and also the Mitchell Freeway and the railroad was meant to be completed by 2022, which is only like 18 months away now. It's not a long time. So once that Mitchell Freeway goes all the way up through Eglinton, through Alkimos, and then it goes to Yanchep, I think that area is going to boom. I'm really, really, bullish on Perth in the northern suburbs at the moment. I think long term, it's a really good investment. And it's a great area too. If you've seen Yanchep, look up Yanchep Beach, Yanchep Lagoon, also Alkimos Beach, just the area. Get on Google Maps, have a look around. You can see really nice parks, newly developed, new development areas, just really modern. So look, mainly it's more so I think for working families. So, families who, want to be in a good environment, close to beaches, close to parks, might have a footy field there, something like that. I've seen tennis courts and basketball courts there in Alkimos. I think, honestly, I'm probably more positive on the Alkimos area, just because it's a bit closer. It's kind of like 14 kilometers closer to Perth City. And the thing is, with Yanchep, I think it's going to take a lot longer to develop because there's not as much out there. It's a great area. It's beautiful. For retirees, actually, I think you're better off in Yanchep or even maybe Two Rocks. Two Rocks I can see is actually probably the best investment if you got the coin, if you got the money, because in Two Rocks you can buy a big plot of land, like an acreage. Okay, cheers, Perry. Thanks for watching. Big acreage out there for reasonable money, and that's where you're going to make money long term. Because when that develops, maybe you can split up the blocks and make a little subdivision or sell it off to a developer. Doomageddon, TM Adventure. Answer me this: in Doomageddon, there, do you get the Golden Eagle? Actually, when I'm in the province, I usually drink the 1 litre Golden Eagle. I don't get the Red Horse. I like the Golden Eagle. Do you get that out there? And if not, have you tried it? Because it's a good beer and you feel like a Viking. You know, you got this 1 litre, big beer. You almost have to have two hands and drink it. It's great. Yeah, look, Ed, there's not a lot out there. Like on the beachfront, there is like a fish and chip shop. They have the new. It's only like a small, like, what can I say? It's like a strip mall, and in Yanchep there they've got a Woolies, like a supermarket, and a few places to buy from, like a bakery and that sort of thing. There's not a lot out there. If you can get closer to the city, right, because fuel is more expensive in Perth. This is what I was thinking as well. Fuel is more expensive. So if you can get a little bit closer, like Alkimos, I think, yes, you're going to do better investment-wise probably in Alkimos over Yanchep. Whereas for retirees that aren't interested so much in making money but just want a good lifestyle that's peaceful, I think Yanchep is a better option than Alkimos. Yeah. Yeah, mate. The thing about Alabang, it is expensive. Yep. TM says too weak for an English man like me. I actually like the Golden Eagle. I think it's great. It's fun. Mate, don't know if I could do it on a Tuesday night, but on a weekend, on a Saturday, when I can sleep in, absolutely, I'd go the Golden Eagle. Not often, just sometimes. G'day, Florida. Okay, Mark from Florida, how you going? Sarasota, nice area, buddy, nice area. Someone had a question about Alabang. Now, going back to that, mate, Alabang is expensive. It is expensive. I'm sorry, but it is so expensive that, even if prices come back 20%, it's still going to be too expensive. You need the market to come back like 50, 60% to be looking in Alabang. Honestly, for myself personally, I think there's better growth areas like Subic Bay, Pampanga areas to have a look at. Anyway, we're going to go to 70 minutes because I've got dinner coming soon and I've got to spend some time with my kiddo, little Pete. So look, any last questions? We're going to go to 70 minutes. We've got 2.5 minutes left. No! Sorry, guys, I can't be here all night. And I'm almost finished my beer. Yeah, Alabang is a great area, don't get me wrong, but it is expensive. It's expensive, sure, if you're buying an apartment, but to buy a nice house, especially for family, we looked at Alabang, and it's just way out of our budget. You need like at least like 40 or 50 million peso to buy a decent house in Alabang nowadays. It's kind of crazy. If you like that area, you might be better off going a bit more south to Laguna, Santa Rosa. That area is nice. We did some vlogs about that. You can get a home built. You have to buy the block first, and blocks there were as cheap as like 1.5 to 2 million peso, and then you could build for as cheap as from 2 million peso. That was really cheap. I mean, a small house for like 3.5, 4 million built on a plot of land versus a house in Alabang that now is 50, 60 mil. Well, look, if you bought for 20 mil in 2010, you did great. You did gangbusters, mate. Well done. Very lucky indeed. Because that area has skyrocketed. Yep. Yeah, Rayleigh, North Carolina. Awesome, Aaron. I'm sorry, Andrew. Andrew, it's been a long day. I called you Aaron. Oh, sorry about that, Andrew. Cheers. I'm drinking up. 1 more minute, guys. G'day, Sandra. How you doing? Yeah, Gold Coast is nice, Mark. Very nice. Actually, where I have my home is the Gold Coast. You got to be careful buying in Queensland, though. Mate, that Labor government, they're deadly. Look at my latest video on this new tax they're trying to impose in Queensland. It's criminal. It's criminal. And look, yeah, that's the only problem. I love Queensland. It's a beautiful place, but it's crazy. Yeah, Sandra, I hear what you're saying. A lot of people have this strategy, and I heard the comment that you said, which is don't buy property, just rent. But the thing is, I don't want to rent forever. I've got a family. I prefer to have some kind of hard asset. Don't want to go crazy. I'm very conservative. Actually, believe it or not, I am very conservative. I believe in buying property in the lower end of the market. I don't believe in buying property in the higher end of the market because there's more people buying in the lower end of the market. So a smaller house, a small house, just on a 400 square meter allotment, or a townhouse or duplex villa or something like that in the lower end. The reason why there's less people in the higher end with millions of dollars and there's more people in the lower end of the marketplace. When you make a clip about the 3D government control, what is that? Mate, Sandra, you have these conspiracy theories, buddy. My God. Look, we're at 70 minutes. Hey, Michelle, how you going? Cheers, mate. We're at 70 minutes. I'm just going to show you around. Foreclosure property can be good. It doesn't matter where you buy it from. It just matters if you buy it at the right price. You make money when you buy it. You can see all the sweat there. Look at that. It's hot. Sandro, when you buy money, what does that mean? Buy gold, silver, Bitcoin, and altcoin. Yeah, I think I need to buy some Bitcoin. I just don't have the cash at the moment. I think I do. You buy the ground, who owns the space? You do have a point, honestly. And the thing is, these governments, what they do is they want to tax you. Land tax, property taxes. So you do need to be careful. But like I was saying earlier, Sandra, you need to pick your mark as well. Because in places like WA, there might be a threshold, like 350, 400,000. If you buy below that, you avoid the land tax, so you don't pay it. So ideally, that's why I'm saying nowadays, after having experiences with buying, I don't like the higher end properties where you have to pay big land taxes. I like the lower end property where you've got less in the way of land tax or no land tax, no property tax. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, mate. Right, this is the house. Go walkies. I'll show you around. Alright, this is our place. Let's have a look. I'll show you around, look. Here we go, here's the kitchen. This is my study. I've got a little study here. Right, got this here. Mate, I like the Hot Wheels. Actually, I'm a bit of a collector. I'm not going to say the word hoarder. I'm not a hoarder. I'm a collector. I like to collect things. I got these little Lego Dimensions left in the world that's not made in China. Yes, that's true. In fact, I hate to say it, but maybe even some of these little collectibles are made in China. I know some of them, like here, some of the Hot Wheels are made in Thailand. Some of them are made in, even in America, some of the older ones, and Japan. Like, if you look at this one, look, yeah, no, I'm a collector. I like to collect things. These old Tomica and Hot Wheels. But look at this. Actually, this is an old one, and it's made in... I like the old ones. It's made in Japan. It's made in 1979. So it looks old. It's all scratched up. I did refurbish it, but I think someone came here, one of Arianne's relatives or something, and they scratched it up because I did respray it and change the wheels out on this, and there was a bumper there, but it's now missing. This little skyline, right? I kind of furbed this one as well. I think this one was made in Japan as well. This is an older one, but yeah, that's what I got here. Just a few collectibles, nothing over the top. All right, that's what I got there. This is a living room. Actually, this couch is from Las Vegas. This is out of the Venetian Hotel in Las Vegas. All right, and they got the TV here with the IPTV. Got Ruby here. She's trying to hide. Little Pete, show us Little Pete. I don't want to see you. I want to see Little Pete. Hey, this is Little Pete. Hey, Little Pete. We love you. We love you very much. Daddy's working very hard. Works very hard for you. You know, he works all day, gets up at 5 a.m., works at 6. He does YouTube just for you, darling. He's smiling. I can't wait to actually show him when he's older some of the videos, and he's going to see the videos. He's either going to really hate it and say, why'd you film me, Dad? or he's going to say, "Oh, that's great. That's so cool." He's so cute. He's a good-looking babe. He's a good-looking baby. So yeah, we got the little baby seat there. My tripod that I've been using just earlier. Right. It's only a small place. It's not huge. We don't need a big place. Arianne cooking. What are you cooking, babe? Oh, it's Quark. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Hey, mate. Hey, buddy. Hey, so we're going a bit overtime, but I love you guys. I love my subscribers. Hit the subscribe and the bell notification, please, guys. Please, because I'm trying to get to 30,000 subscribers by the end of April. This is Cisco. See, he's scratching. He keeps scratching. Stop scratching. Hey, whoa, what are you doing? Oh, hey, buddy. Oh, they were fighting. Yeah, the two dogs were fighting outside. Oh. Yeah, property taxes, council rates, fees, like in the Western world, especially Australia, can be really high. They're not as high if you buy in the lower end of the market, like properties valued between 200,000-300,000 plus. So that's why I'm saying I prefer the lower end. When you get these multi-million-dollar property, the property taxes and the upkeep, especially in the States, very expensive. So you're not cooking yet, babe. What's this? What's that, honey? What's that green leaf stuff? What's that? Moringa. What, some kind of herb or something, is it? Yeah. That's a herb. All right. This is our fridge.
Don't show the fridge.
I'm showing the fridge. You collect these little magnet things. Look at these. From Thailand, one's from Macau. Chupa Chup. We've got this little cat one from Japan. This is from Australia. From the Gold Coast. I'm just going to wipe the camera there. It's getting a bit blurred. I think it's a little bit dark as well. These are from Boracay. Little magnets and stuff. This is water. We need that. I've got to drink more water, less beer. Oh, it's hot. Oof. A bit warm after those beers. You can see those sweat beads. Those sweat beads, mate. Sandro, mate. Always a laugh. I know you're serious about this. And look, you do have a very good point. Got the walker. I'll be honest, I haven't been using it that much. Right, you can see the Sons of Anarchy t-shirt there over one of our desks. It's over the seat of the desk. Hey, little bub. How you going? Now, I'm going to go upstairs, but I'm going to say goodbye now because... Is my room clean upstairs? Hold on, wait. It's not clean. Well, I'm going to show you anyway. Who cares? This is a bachelor's pad. Oh, it's dark. But look, I'm going to say goodbye because the internet might cut out here, but I'm going to try. Alright, this is my bathroom. This is a bachelor's pad, okay? So I've got a big bathroom, decent size, big shower. Right. Sandra, I'll read your comments later. It's hard to read and do all this. Oh, yeah, my bed's a bit of a mess. Anyway, it's a bit of a mess, but this is it. Oh, yeah, cockroaches. Yeah, look at this. Yeah, it's definitely the bachelor pad up here. Oh, what's that? Don't think that's Arianne's. Nah, it's Arianne's. Must be. Well, maybe not. What is that? Yeah, but we get a bit of a view up here in the bachelor pad. No, I think it's Arianne's. It's definitely got to be Arianne's. I'd be dead already if it wasn't. And that's the view from the balcony. You can see the balcony here. Let's get out there. The balcony. See you, Black Waltz. Thanks for the beer, mate. So this is the neighbour's place. He's got a bit of a deck there with a lookout. And this is my place here. Can you hear that sound? That's a taco. If you don't know what a taco is, it's kind of like a lizard. We get these taco lizards. Alright, I've got to step back over, push that aside. Alright. Don't want to show you the bed. Got a cabinet. I got toilet paper. For everyone in Australia, haha, I've got it. I'm hoarding all the toilet paper. When you people wake up, Sandro says, look, definitely I hear what you're saying, Sandro. I need to read all your comments. I'm starting to think, some ways you are better off renting. But I think, nowadays, especially with a family, you want to try and get ahead. And unfortunately, you got to play the game, And unfortunately, this is the thing. You got to play this game, mate, So, if you don't, what else do? You buy shares. The share market could be affected. You just got to be lucky, Look, it's luck and skill. It's a bit of both. Probably more so luck nowadays. Buying property or shares or whatever. Got to be in the right place at the right time. You own nothing in the system, not even a car. Come on, mate. You do own a car. You can own a car. That's a bit extreme, Sandro. Come on, mate. Triano, I think that's a bit harsh. Now, so here's the walking machine. These are the lights. This is the green screen. It's coming. We're still waiting for the bulbs because we've been waiting because we can't get the bulbs for the green screen just because, mate, everything's closed. They won't ship it to us. So it's stuck in the mail center and has been stuck in the mail center for weeks now. Yeah, but I haven't been able to use the studio yet, mate. Hopefully soon. These are the dogs. They're like brothers, Got the two Frenchies. Got little Pete. All right, we're going to say goodbye. Say goodbye, little Pete. How you going, mate? Love you, darling. Love you so much. And if anyone wants a girlfriend, Ruby's single. She's single and looking. Stop scratching, Cisco. Bloody hell. Oi, stop it. I have to he's got this cone thing. We have to put it over his head to stop him from scratching. It was so bad the other day. He's bleeding all over his face. It's terrible. Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks, ladies and gents. Have a great night. And bye-bye for now. I've got to eat some food. I'm hungry. Where's my food, babe?
No food for you tonight.
What do you mean no food for me?
Diet.
I'm going back to the bachelor's pad. Bye-bye.